What's up, AKAPADers? We're talking the complete crumbling of the comic book collector community. CGC, major scandal. It all might be over very soon. Time to get into it. Hello, my AKAPADers. Alright, just before we get into the intro, we're just going to put some thumbnails up all over the place because I just want you guys to have a look at what's happening. I'm going to do my very best to describe everything that, that's come about. But I'm Peter A. DeLuca here, AKAPAD69, and say it with me, known through Philadelphia, PA, Europe, and the vast multiverse as your eclectic one. Cheers, guys. Get yourself a little bit of that sippy. Saturday here, Christmas Eve's Eve. A lot of stuff happening, busy day, still running around buying presents for all of my friends and loved ones. Guys, if you're on the good list, I hook you up. So, I think Christmas came a little bit early. This past week, every single collector slab-fluencer, as I like to call them, not influencer, they're slab influencers, they've been discussing and exposing this SCAM, this scam. It looks like maybe 1, 2, maybe even 3 individuals, probably even more at this point, which makes it hilarious. But apparently, a lot of these CGC slabbed books were either reslabbed, recycled, the same book went through the system more than once, or different books went through the system. But to make a long story short, people spent tens of thousands of dollars on a lot of these books that turned out to be fake. They're not exactly as they were recorded. The labels that are on the slabs that people pretend are like a big deal, those labels are inaccurate to the comic book inside the slab. That's making it like we're glossing over what that is really. It's just if you pay $20,000, and some people have $20,000 for a comic book, the CGC label is in correlation to the book because the scammers figured out a way to rig the CGC system, and I love them all for it. People, I am long on record of saying the worst thing to ever happen to American comic books was the slab envy, the slab FOMO, and there's so many YouTube channels that were built up over this practice. Slabs and the Omnibuy are your top 2. Now, number 3 might be like a little bit of that wokeness infecting and destroying the weekly comic book flow, where comic book shops can't depend on new books or the quality thereof to draw in regular, new, and maintain current customers. But CGC needs to go away. The whole idea of paying money for a slabbed comic that is sealed, that no one knows, no one can verify it. That's the crazy thing. Now you might say, well, CGC keeps a giant database, this and that. No. The database at this time, because of these scammers, has been rigged and compromised. You don't know the book that you have in your slab, period. And this is only what individuals in the slabbing, whatever you want to call it, community picked up on. It's only what they discovered. I've long said this. They're going to find a way into that system. The trading card market is a little bit different. It's a little bit more nuanced. I think the AI that goes into some of the cards to verify them for grading is far more sophisticated than anything regarding the comic books. But people, if you pay for a slab book, you don't know what's inside of that slab. The books themselves are better to be read. They are better to be appreciated. They're better to be studied. And they're better to be regurgitated by you. Think about this. What's better? One CGC collector, one slabber, buys a book, flips it. Let's say he makes even $1,000 and gets a few of his friends to do the same thing. None of these guys are reading the books. None of them care about the characters. There's no time investment when it comes to a reader. Yeah, they might have some curiosity, but overall, we know that they're there just for the quote-unquote investment and quote-unquote the flip. That's hilarious. What is better for comics? That scenario, or is the scenario of us, the AKAPAD army, going out there infecting like a virus, infecting others with what we love, which are great characters, great storylines, great design work, great comic books. If each of us got 10 people recruited to the comic book frenzy, and I'm just talking about people that just want to do the most prime thing you can do with a comic book, which is reading it. The second most prime thing you can do with a comic book is you give it away. You give it to someone. I can't tell you how many copies of Miles, Akira, and Watchmen I have given to individuals. I used to keep a little bit of a stack. I used to buy them cheap off of Amazon. I would perpetually hand those out to people that were slightly interested in comic books. That's the greatest thing you can do. Give your friends, give your family, give even someone you're slightly acquainted with, and give them greatness. Give them something that you absolutely love, something that you absolutely connect to. And therein lies the growth of the comic book readership. It's not the slabs. Let the slabs die. Let CGC go away and whatever company comes up in its wake. We are not collectors, we are readers.